What's going on, Randy Cardigan? I see you. Oh, it felt good. Yeah, y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Where do you work at night, Randy? Man, not much. Where you work at night? Oh, okay. Is that like your job, like a W-2 job, or is that part of your business? Okay, it's a business you started in 2007. Oh, okay. What's going on, Chris Williams? I see you. What's going on, Vision Service Care? I see you. Lionel, I see you, Lionel Lawrence. Got me thinking about Lionel Richie, man. What's going on, Blake's Lawn Service?
Green can down
Huh?
there. Green can.
No, I'm not eating no candy.
Eating can and throwing it up
All
in
right,
the
but
air.
why when you see candy on the ground, why you always asking me? You don't never. I mean, you got a child in the house. Why you always ask me first? You don't ask Ashton.
No, no, you like sweets.
Yeah, but you know that I don't throw my candy on the floor. Ashton do stuff and I get blamed for it. Not as of yet, Chris Williams. I don't do any paint correction. Um, Trying to get some practice in. Doing everything she can. McGuire's M1000 and a microfiber cutting pad is a good start. Okay. I see you, Tolies. What's going on, Tolies, man? I was looking at your Snapchat, man. I saw all that food, man. I got hungry. I got hungry, man. I was kind of jealous, man. I wish I was there. Guys, hit that like button on the way in. What's going on, Southeast Houston? I see you. Okay, Tolies. I see you. I hopped on a little early today. What's going on, New Beginnings? I see you. You tired? Yeah, man. No problem, Chris Williams. Yeah, yeah. Family's good, man. Thanks for asking. Yep, I'm trying to wait for some more people to hop on, but I must have got on too early. Ain't nobody hopping on today. The hell? I usually hop on at I usually hop on around 8 o'clock. So it's what 7 something around here now, around where I'm at. What's going on, East Coast Auto Details? I see you. What's up, G Works? What's going on? Yeah, I love the zero turns. It's just that I don't need them at this point, except for that big property that I got. I really don't really need them, but I'm actually I'm actually still gonna get one for that one property. I wish I could get some more large property so I could get more use out of it, but I love zero turns, man. But the only thing I don't like about zero turns is that you're sitting down, and if you see like any paper or something that you don't want to run over, you gotta stop. You know, get off the mower, remove the object, get back on the mower. It's the only thing I don't like about it. Stand-ons, you just step off, remove it, step back on, and keep going. Chance Daily Hustle videos. The man has about 7. Yeah, I've heard of him. Okay. Snow plowing. Yeah, I've heard of. I've seen his videos in my recommended. I've seen him around, but I've never just really sat down and watched like an entire video of his. I need to get better at that. Like I don't watch a. It's funny though. I don't watch a lot of videos until recently. I just started watching you guys because y'all are on my live chat so much. So I just went through everybody that I keep seeing in my live chats and seeing if they have channels and subscribing to them and watching them. I actually saw. I watched some of Big Z's videos. He started putting videos up. Big Z and Ace Mobile Detailing putting videos up. I was looking at that this morning. Yeah, that's just something that I was the type of person like when I first started putting up my videos, I'll just put those videos up and that'll be it. I put my videos up and then I get off my computer and you know, I get to my personal life. But you guys are showing so much love, man. I had no choice but to start going, watching y'all channels and see what y'all got going on. But like I said, my vision and my mindset was totally different when it came to YouTube. Within the last month, well, not the last month, within the last few months, that has changed. Well, I guess that's all we're gonna be rolling with tonight, man. I'm gonna just say what I gotta say. But title of the video is really to enjoy the process. Um, but before I talk about enjoying the process, one thing I want to say before I go into that is your mindset, and that's when it pertains to business. Anything that you want to do, you have to have the correct mindset. A lot of us, a lot of people hop into this, into this business or any other type of business with the wrong mindset. They want, they come in thinking, they come in thinking things are going to be one way when it's not going to be that way, and your mindset has to be, you have to be optimistic. Well, you can't be so optimistic to the point where you're oblivious to real things, but you have to be optimistic. It's more likely just saying you have to be positive. Your mindset. And a lot of people enter things with the wrong mindset. Like, for instance, if you're gonna make YouTube videos and you make YouTube videos, you want subscribers, you want a lot of views, and also you may gonna tie it into your business. Well, if you jump into YouTube with the mindset of I want to have a lot of views, what's going on? And you hop into you hop into YouTube and you want to get a lot of views and you want a lot of subscribers. That's fine. That's a good mindset to have. But you don't want to go and start making videos, or some people will actually download other videos and put it on their channel. The mindset is not to their mindset is not to let me go out here and just make good quality videos and let it progress and let my subscribers grow organically and let everything happen. You got some people who try to jump on other people's bandwagon. I've seen people they'll make videos. They'll actually take someone else's video, change it up a little bit, and then upload it to their channel. And it's not even their content, and they'll upload it like it's their content. And I'll be like, wow. And so, they're going in with the wrong mindset. Like they want the same results as someone that went in with them. They want the same results that someone that actually put the work in. They want those same results without actually putting the work in. And that leads me to my next thing is enjoy the process. And what I mean by that is, we like to rush past everything. You want everything to happen today. You start your business today, immediately you want to have exactly. Immediately you want to have a whole bunch of clients, a whole bunch of customers. You pass out flyers, you do your advertising, you get on the internet, you put your stuff out there, you got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you're doing all this stuff and then nothing happens. And people, they just at that time they wanna quit. They want to quit, right? Things take time. Enjoy the process because it's a learning experience. And the things that you're going to learn during that experience, you can't pay for. And the thing is that I want, it's like, a lot of people, and I noticed this like on my channel, especially when I started uploading videos, people will say, what kind of, and even now, what do you use for this? What do you use for that? How do you do this? How do you do that? What chemicals do you use? All of that. They ask me all these questions about, mostly skill level. They want to have the best skill level. But the way I look at it, me personally, I look at it like skill level is very important. Don't get me wrong. It's just that you can have the best skill level in the world, but if your mindset is not right, you won't be able to use that skill level on anything. For instance, most of you guys on here are detailers. If your mindset is not right, if you're not, if you don't have a positive mindset and you're not out, what's going on, Devon Morgan? And you're not out to, you don't have the type of mindset that says, okay, well, I'm going to get out here, I'm going to grind, I'm going to try to do the best that I can. If I have to wash a car, I'll wash a car. If I have to do a full detail, I'll do a full detail. If the person only wants me to wash the outside of the car and not the inside, I'll wash the outside of the car. If you just have that mindset that I'm not gonna close myself away from anything. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to be successful. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to be successful. That's the mindset you need to have. I had a friend about a year ago. He told me that he was telling me he was getting into detailing, and he told me that he didn't want to do car washes. What's going on, 1804 Media Group? He didn't want to do car washes. What's up, Shimmering Rods? All he wants to do is detail. He wants full details. He wants to be polishing, waxing, uh, interior details. He wants every time he touches car, he wants to make $100 or better. And I said, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, I wish that every car I touched, I was making $150, but that ain't the case. But I was like, that's cool, man. But when you say, it's okay to say that's what you want, but when you say that I'm not gonna do this, and most of the time the thing that you say that you're not gonna do is what you have to do to get where you want to do. You get what I'm saying? So if you want to do nothing but details, full details, where you doing the whole works, engine cleaning, shampooing, waxing, polishing, when when you if that's all you want to do and you're not gonna do what it takes to get to that point, that's the wrong mindset. Is what I'm saying. That's the wrong mindset. And the thing is that you're gonna have to do certain things to get to that point, which is enjoying the process. And that's what I mean by that. Enjoying, and I know it might sound crazy, but enjoying people telling you no. Enjoying people saying, hey, that's too high, or you're not charging enough. All that is a part of your process, and you got to enjoy that part. And that's basically what I'm saying. Enjoy your process. Don't try to speed past it. Don't try to do. What I'm saying is, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, don't try to do immoral things, or unethical things to speed up the process, because it's only going to set you back once you're found out. That's what I'm saying. Right. Right. Enjoy the process, man. Like, enjoy when you get a filthy car and you're looking at this car and you're like, man, I don't think I can get it clean, because, when you tackle that car, like, I'm gonna tell you the cars that just give you a hard time. Mazdas. I did a Mazda yesterday, and I forgot. I think I told you guys that yesterday. I forgot my drill brush and my air gun. So all I had was, of course, my pressure washer, my vacuum. I had my steamer, but I had the air compressor. No, no air gun. So the air compressor was useless because I didn't have the air gun. So I couldn't use the I couldn't use the air gun to blow all the cracks and crevices out, and I couldn't use the air gun to blow, trash and stuff that's in between the seats and stuff like that. Then I didn't have the drill brush to break up all the dust, and the car was filthy. But now I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy it while I was going through it, but looking back at it, it's like I learned something from it. And that's that. I need to come up with a better system. I need to come up with a better system of keeping up with my stuff, because, and the bad thing about it is, and I know I keep saying this, y'all probably get tired of hearing it, but I'll be so happy when I get this enclosed trailer. And I'm getting to the point now where I'm thinking about just going ahead and getting that thing, man, because I'm just getting so tired of what's going on, James Amerson. I'm getting so tired of sliding that water tank on and off. Yeah, it don't work the same, Chris. It don't work the same like that air gun and that drill brush. Don't nothing compare to it, man. But and even if I wanted to do that, I didn't even have the blowing attachment to the vacuum. So I just had to do it the way I used to do it before I had my air gun and you know, I didn't have that's what I used to I just went back to the way I used to clean it before I got the air compressor and the drill brush. When you think about it, I just started using that stuff this year. I say maybe 6 to 8 months since I started using air guns and drill brushes and stuff. So it wasn't that long ago when I was that's how I was cleaning cars, man. I used a wet rag. I used a wet microfiber towel to rub up against the carpet to kind of loosen up the dirt, and also a hand brush. Well, Mike, if I buy a van, that means that let's say one day I got a car in a yard. That means that I'm gonna tell you two reasons why I won't buy a van. One reason is if I have my lawn equipment and my water tank in the van, that means that I'm gonna have to use a van I'm gonna have a van and a trailer on the back of my van and drive around and can't see at the back when I'm backing the trailer up. Now I know with my truck I can't see at the back when I'm backing it up, but I got my side mirrors to see. But it's harder to back up a trailer when you can't look in your back window. For me, it is. I may sometimes I'm able to do it looking at my side mirrors, but it's easier. Nah, I don't need. That's just too much. I just rather get the enclosed trailer. That's just too much. I don't need a backup cam. And then I can't even. And the thing is, I can't even. I don't. My wife's car has a backup camera, and I don't use that backup camera. I don't look at it. The only time I look at that thing is if I'm backing up towards a fixed object. That's it. But as far as like backing up, nah, I don't. But that's what I want because I'm able to put, everything in that enclosed trailer and unhook from it and leave it there. If I'm leaving somewhere, lock it down, unhook from it and leave it there, and all I have to do is just hook back up to it, and I'm done. I think that'd be better for me. I can have everything in there: generator, pressure washer, water tank, lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers. Everything can fit in there and have its own place. So, and then buying a van, that's more money. I got to buy another vehicle. That's another, that's maybe another payment, maybe not another payment, but it's more insurance, more gas. Like, I don't want another vehicle. So I'm gonna roll with the enclosed trailer. But yeah, enjoy the process, man. Make sure your mindset is right. I don't focus so much. Now I do focus on skill level. Don't get me wrong, but I focus more on my mindset. Okay. And that's what I like to focus on because if your mind ain't right, whatever you're thinking in your head, that's what you're gonna put out. Whatever's going on up here is gonna come out. It's just gonna show. And if that's not right, nothing else is gonna be right. And I noticed that a lot of people are so focused on skill level. I mean, that what type of this are you gonna get? What type of that you gonna do? What you gonna do with this? And how much is that? And this and that. And I understand you need to know all that type of stuff, man. And then you gotta think about it, man. I mean, what another thing is, you can learn just about when it comes. Well, I'm gonna say it like this: when it comes to lawn care and detailing, you can go to Google or YouTube and you can find out just about everything you need to know. Like no, you don't need to go to nobody's school. You don't need to. I mean, the internet, these cell phones, the internet, you got everything right there in the palm of your hand. If you want to learn how to make YouTube videos, you can just type in how to make YouTube videos. Like there's so many videos out there, people telling you how to do it. So the skill level is something that should come easy. You know, with the internet and a lot of practice, it should come easy. Yeah, you can learn, but pretty much everything you can learn on YouTube. You can learn anything on YouTube. They got how to put a motor in, how to put a transmission, how to put a fence up, how to cook this, how to cook that. For the most part, man, you can find everything on on the internet. And so that's why me, that's really not super important to me. It's more of my mindset. Because if you can detail the hell out of a car, man. You could cut the hell out of a yard. But if your mindset ain't right, if you ain't got the business sense, if you ain't got, you're gonna only be, you know, you're gonna only go but for so far. You got to have the right mindset. The right mindset is gonna have you to plan and strategize. The right mindset to have you not working harder but smarter. What's going on, Patrick Tuggles? Right. Wow. That's a good deal, Patrick. 245 for the tire shine applicator. What type of paper you got to sign? Exactly. That's right, Christy. They'll show you anything, man. So, I mean, people so focused on skill level and products and don't get me wrong, man. Those things are important. They are. But I think that it's up here. You gotta have it up here. I think it was a PIN paper, whatever it stands for. I don't know. PIN. I don't know. What's going on, Robert? Yeah, I never heard of that. I don't know what PIN. You didn't ask him what that means? Tire shine. Yeah, you're gonna go through tire shine, and car wash. So that's what you're gonna go through the most. Something to do with me on the property, maybe. I don't know. PIN. Trying to think of what that can mean. Yeah, cause I know a lot of people, man. I have a friend of mine and I probably mentioned this to you guys before. He's a barber, but he, I mean, he's a talented barber, man. I'm talking about, man. This man can cut with the best of them, man. He can cut hair. I'm talking about beards, edge ups, everything, man. He had been cutting my hair for years. He just don't have the right mindset. Never had the right mindset, um, and he's just stayed at one level. He hasn't progressed. He falls and comes back to that same level, falls, come back to that same level. His mindset is just, it's just totally off. And we done had discussions so many times, man. But it's to the point where his mind face is so, it, his mindset is so gone that it's to the point where I don't even talk to him. Cop that 8,000 powerhouse generator. Dang. Tired of working cheap. What's going on, A Profit? I see you, big dog. $30 a cut for a yard in Houston. In Houston, they averages $30 a cut. Yeah, that's average 30. I mean, what area? What you Bryant Brown. What you think the area that you're working in, or the area that you're referring to, that is $30 a cut for yards? What you think the median income? What you think the income of that area is? Oh, you know what? I've heard of that, man. Mexican underbidding out here, so that's why I had to go up probably 40 to 60,000. Yeah. You know what? I heard of that. I've heard of it's so much competition, so saturated out there that the prices are like that. I heard that before. You're right. But see, sometimes, yeah. Well, the only thing the you may have to do is you may have to go to an area if you want to get more money. Try to find an area where people there are making more than that. Let's say go to an area where they're making about 90,000 to maybe 120,000 a year, and maybe you could charge anywhere. Your price can go up to like average of $45 to $55 is average. That's what I did, cause like I don't go to I don't promote. Now I do get some people who call me in areas with with the income will be at maybe 30 to 40,000. I do get people to call me, but I don't promote or advertise in those areas. Maybe they'll get my number from a friend or from somebody, and I go out there. And sometimes they with the price, and sometimes they're not. But I tend to go to the higher, the high end areas. If I see a gate, yeah. If I go drive through a neighborhood or drive past a neighborhood, and I see that that it has an entrance way and it has gates and it's nice landscaping on the entrance way with lights and stuff like that. That's where I look and see the area. That's where I send my flyers. When I do my Facebook blast, that's why I want them. That's why I want that area to see my ads, and that's what I promote to. Because you're in this business to make money. You can't go to places where people can't afford it, you know, or they don't. Either they can't afford it, or they don't want your services. You want to go somewhere where your services are wanted and needed, and that's where you'll make the most money. You know, and that's what I did. Initially I didn't do that on purpose. I live in a nice area, so naturally I promoted in the area that I lived in, and I actually lucked up on that. Okay, but that's good. $40-$50 sounds a whole lot better because I'm getting anywhere from 50 to 75, and I gave some estimates in some real nice neighborhoods with $1 million homes, and they have they got more yard to cover. So now I'm at 85, and I got a few yards that are 85 and $100. So that's you wanna advertise where the money is at, and that's what I've noticed when it comes to providing services for someone. You want to go to where the money is at. Right. You got to use what you got, man. Um, as I remember, actually, one of my wife's relatives, he wanted to get into lawn care, and he was saying that he was saying that he wanted to, that he put some stuff on layaway. He was buying, weed eaters and blowers and stuff like that. But he cuts he go and cuts his mother yard every week. And I mean, he got the equipment to, start doing a few yards. And I was like, why don't you just go ahead and start with what you got? And he was like, no, man, I want everything. He was one, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with wanting having the good stuff to get started, but that goes back to, again, that goes back to your mindset. It's like, well, you're not gonna do anything because you don't have the equipment that you want, but you have the equipment that you need. And that's the way I look at it. You have the equipment that you need. You can get the job done with what you have. But you got some people that'll just sit down and just say, "Well, I'm just gonna wait till I get, the equipment that I want." And so, I mean, to each his own. That's just the way I think. And I mean, I know a lot of people agree with me on that. But some people, that's just the way they are. They want everything to be perfect. They want they want the best T-shirts. So you got some people that's not gonna stop unless they got the right clothes, the right truck, the right trailer, the right setup, the right van. They won't wash a single car or cut a single yard until they look the part. And to each his own, man. What'd you say, Shimmer Rides? You said that was you? Yeah, cause I started with lawn care. I started with I had two push lawnmowers at my home. One of them was self propelled, one was all push. I had a Ryobi blower. I think I had like two Craftsman weed eaters, and that's what I started with. And I made money. And then as far as the detailing, I started off with I still use it till today. I got the 330 gallon water tank. Only paid $90 for it, and right, and that's all that's what I started with, man. I had like a 1,000 watt. It was like really an 800 watt generator. It was a little small, little green sportsman generator. I still have it. And then I got like a maybe a $200 pressure washer from Sears, and that's what I roll with. That's what I roll with, man. And I made money. I mean, like, look at I mean, you guys, y'all somewhat seen my setup for detailing. It's not all that at all. I mean, it was just something I put together, and I just wanted to wash a car. I wanted to wash a car. Like I knew if I got water to come out of my pressure washer, that's all I needed at the time. But I actually went too long with that setup. I've been, I should have been, upgrading my setup, but best believe that's what I'm gonna be doing now. But the only reason that I'm upgrading is because I got no choice now. Right, still making money now, but now the mindset has changed because at first the mindset was get started. My mindset was to get started, do what I got to do to get started. Now that I've reached a certain level, my mindset is like, okay, now I'm working. I need to work smarter now. So work hard to work smarter, and that's what I did. You know. You don't have to start. You got to start somewhere, no matter what the task at hand. Fancy looking good don't make more money than the guy with the push more and the ugly truck. It's all. Yep, exactly. It's not. It's not that hard. I got my son helping me. He want me to get a walk behind so he can ride like like he said. Your son is cool, right? But trust me, man. Brian, before you know it, man. Before you know it, man, you'll be on a zero turn or you'll be on a walk behind. Before you know it, man. Because what's gonna happen is with that push lawnmower and you're out there cutting yards, people gonna be stopping and asking you how much do you charge? How much do you charge? They're gonna be stopping. You're gonna be passing out cards and flyers and stuff like that, man. It's just gonna keep growing, man. And it's gonna get to the point like where I'm at now to where you're gonna say, man, I can't keep pushing these yards. I gotta get a walk behind. I gotta make this easier now, you know. And a lot of people say work smarter, not harder, but my saying is work harder to work smarter. You know. You know what you need to do to work smarter, so you need to work harder to get to that point. Tom Stokes, if you buying that leaf blower, if you're buying that leaf blower to do cleanups and to do a lot of leaves, man, you're gonna have to go with higher than the 400. Now the 400 is powerful, but you're gonna have to go higher than that, man. I say at least the 550, at least the 550 minimum. But I mean, if that's what you want to go with, that's what your money can afford. That's cool. But man, like I did some leaves today. Yeah, I do all residential too. I only have yeah, start at the 550 or the 600. Yeah. And matter of fact, if you can afford the 550, the 600 is only $50 more from the 550. So, but 550 or better. That's what I'm saying, man, because I do all residential, man. And those leads, I'm telling you, I did some leads today. That power is gonna rip through them leads and push them leads, man. You'll see what I'm talking about because what'll happen is when those leaves get packed down or when those leaves get wet, like the BR 550 and on up, it'll blow wet leaves like they're dry. And if you're getting it, Tom Stokes, if you're getting it just for cleanups, yeah, man, you're gonna need that much power, man. Tom, you're gonna need that much power because when you're doing leaf cleanups, man, I'm talking about some of those yards. You gotta think about it. You know how some yards that lead off into a wooded area, like their backyard lead off into a wooded area, they're gonna get the leaves from their trees and from the wooded area and from the neighbors and all in their yard, man. Trust me. Just trust trust what I tell you, Tom Stokes, man. Go with the 550 or better, man. Yeah, you gonna need that much power, Tom Stokes. Yeah, yeah, it's a new shirt. It's a new shirt, Andrew Parent. Exactly. Nah, I wouldn't charge your arm and a leg. I wouldn't charge your arm and a leg, man. I actually recorded some footage today of me removing some leaves, me blowing leaves and stuff like that. Exactly. See what I'm talking about, Brian Brown. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's the mindset. That's what I'm saying. That's the mindset, Brian Brown, man. That mindset is like I'm gonna do whatever it take necessary to be successful. I'm not gonna say what I'm not gonna do. Now trust me, there are gonna be some things that you're not gonna do because it may be illegal, immoral, or unethical or whatever. But if it's not illegal, if it's something that you can do, and is it gonna make you better, you're gonna do it, man. Yeah, I've driven a car with my back with my backpack blower, but I'd rather have the handheld blower. You don't need that much power for a car, but I'm telling you, those handheld blowers will blow a lot of leaves too, man. But man, when you get out there, if you ever do a big cleanup, man, if you ever Tom Stokes, uh, I think let me see, I think I got a video. I have a video on YouTube, and I'm trying to see if I can find the title of it. It's a video where I use my BR 550 to blow leaves, and it was leaves everywhere, man. And that some of them were wet. And see, the thing about it is, man, when you get out there, you want a, if you can afford it, and you said you can afford it. So if you want something that's gonna go through everything, man, because you don't want to get out there and say, oh, where the ground, the leaves are too wet, I'm gonna have to wait for them to dry. Then it rains again. Then it rains again, and you can't get anything done because it's wet, and you know that the blower that you have won't blow wet leaves. Well, like James Amerson said, with that BR 550 or better, trust me, because actually I wasn't even trying to get the BR 550 when I bought it. I didn't know they had a 600. I thought that I was buying the at the time. At the time, the 600 was the highest, was the strongest one you could get when I bought mine. The 700s wasn't out yet, and I thought I was buying the 600, but I actually bought the 550, not knowing that I was buying it. And but when I got out there and I used it, that thing below, I'm talking about below some grass. I mean some leaves, man. And then when you get done mowing grass and your clippings, oh, it blows them like it ain't nothing. It makes your job so much better, man. It's so much easier. Oh yeah, it's definitely a beast, man. But I thought I was getting the 600, because I thought 550 was the highest one, and then like I went back. Yeah, work harder to work smarter, right? Yep. And what I mean by that is that you know you can look at it two ways when I say work harder to work smarter. Work harder to work smarter means that you have to sit down and you have to go through trial and error, and you have to think of ways, and that's hard. That's hard. Like thinking of something, thinking of better ways of doing something. That's hard. And that takes a lot of time and effort, and it's not easy. And also, doing what you have to do, just like, okay, let's say if you can't afford that, and this has nothing to do with you, Tom Stokes, but I'm just using this as an example. Let's say if you cannot afford the BR 550, but you can only afford the BR 400, and that's all you can afford. Go ahead and get the 400, but work hard so you can get the 600 and 700, and now you can work smarter. And that's what I mean by that. Uh, James, are you saying don't waste your money on the 700, not worth the money? So are you saying there's not a difference from the 600 to the 700? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, James? It's not a difference from the 600 and the 700? Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember some guys on YouTube did like a comparison on them, and it wasn't that much of a difference. It was just the difference was very small. It wasn't a big, huge difference. I wonder if it's a difference between the 550 and the 600. We you didn't miss anything totally. I was just talking about enjoying the process and and having the right mindset as far as going into business and going into business for yourself. Just having the right mindset, not saying what you won't do. Pretty much do what's necessary. Right. The work process. Enjoy not just the process of building your business is what I'm saying. The process of building your business, because a lot of us, we want to, and everybody process is going to be different. A lot of us, we want to cut corners, and we want to become, what's going on, Nelson? We want to become successful immediately. We want to become successful immediately, and uh yeah, trust the process. We do things like overcharging people, and because we want to, just sit back and enjoy the process. Some people want, they'll say, well, you know what, I'm not gonna start my business until I have the proper well, not the proper equipment, but the equipment that I want. Maybe you can't afford a zero turn, so maybe you have to start off with a push more. But you say, well, I'm gonna look cheesy trying to run, saying I have a lawn service with the push more. So I'm not gonna do anything until I get the push more. But not realizing that with the correct mindset, go out there with the push more and earn enough money to get the riding more or the walk behind. It only costs 150. Do you regret ever turning down jobs, knowing you need the money but don't got the equipment? What did you do about it? Uh, well, I'm gonna tell you this. When they ask me about it, if I would think really hard. Like I'll tell them, let me get back to you. I wasn't so quick to tell someone no. I would say, let me get back to you. And I would think of a way, or I would ask somebody, or I think of a way. And if there was no way, I'll call them back and have to turn it down. But I try my best not to turn anything. But back when I needed the money, like when I needed it, oh man, it wasn't too much I was turning down, man. If I had to get out there if I had to, let's say if it was a yard full of leaves, listen, year one, like year one, I didn't have my steel backpack blower. I didn't even have a steel weed eater. I didn't have a steel weed eater, a steel backpack blower. I didn't have none of that stuff. And I'm telling you, sometimes it took me 2 days to do jobs. I was out there raking and bagging leaves. I had that little Ryobi blower. That blower wouldn't do nothing to them leaves. So I had to use my lawnmower to run over them and shoot them in the center of the yard. I raked it or I bagged. I did what I had to do. But best believe I was working towards getting that equipment and putting some food on the table. So like I said, you got to have the right mindset. Now, sometimes you got to turn it down because you just physically can't do it. I get that, but most of the time you can do those jobs, man. Honda has good push mowers. Honda, Craftsman, Troy Built. There's a lot of good ones out there. Told you start out at the Acura TL, man. That's the correct mindset. Like, look, I'm not gonna be in this Acura forever, but for right now, I'm in this Acura. Up your prices, $45 minimum cut. Direct mailers, floor flyers, door hangers. But the best advertising is the quality of work. I use Honda. Right. If I turn someone down, it is exhausted all ideas, or I attempted to exhaust all ideas. And if I passed up on it and I could have done it, I didn't know it. If you get what I'm saying. Started with headlight restoration. That's what I'm talking about. Right, the right mindset. See, that's what I'm talking about, Tolies. That's what I'm talking about. Soldier accurate to get the van. You did what you had to do. At the curve shaft, boy, you were bending that back. You got to bend that back for that. You got to dupe down for that curve shaft. That's what I started with, man. I started with a curve shaft. Well, not when I started my lawn service, but when I was a kid, I had a curve shaft. Boy, them curve shafts, boy, you got to bend that back. That joker make a man out of you. That's what I'm talking about, Tolies, man. First time bought a little Chevy Astro. That's what I'm saying, man. Do what you gotta do. And that's what entrepreneurs do, man. Like, they'll sell it, they'll sell their last, they'll sell their last piece of something just to get to something. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. I like to see, that's what I'm talking about, man. And if you don't have that mindset, if you don't have that mindset, you're not gonna. It's gonna be hard for you to make it, man. Because you got people. I mean, you got people. Yeah, I'm telling you, I work with a curve shaft, but I'm telling you, when you go to that straight shaft, you'll never go back to that curve shaft. Well, I mean, you can go up to a walk behind. You can go up to a walk behind with a sulky, and you can stop walking behind your mower. You can ride it. You can take on more yards because you can get done with them faster. But that's what I love. That's what I love about this, man. Oh yeah. You'll never go back to a curve shaft after that straight. You'll never go back. And I'm gonna tell you, I was buying like those $99, $129 weed eaters Troy built. Them things would last 30 days and tear up. And then I bought my first steel weed eater, and that was it. That was it, man. I'm talking about I used those things for probably 5 years before I had to do. And I'm talking about I'm using it every day, at least 5 yards a day, every day. And man, every day, and it did not break down. It was like it took 5 years before I had to change the carburetor or have any maintenance done on it. And I was using it every day, going in on that thing, and it's still running to this day. I got two of them; they still running. Exactly. Sergeant Taz, what's going on, big dog? I see you. We just talking about having the right mindset for business, for growing your business, having the right mindset when you're going through the process, and also enjoy the process of growing and building your business is what we're talking about. Well, what I'm talking about actually. Right. Right. I was just talking about like I just remember like all the things that I went through in my business, and it actually made me stronger. No. I used to do that. I used to take the guards off my trimmers, but this is what I found out about that. Those guards on those trimmers are designed, and they have like a little blade on it to cut the line, to cut the line if the line is too long. If the line is too long on those weed eaters, it puts extra pressure on the engine, and it makes the engine work harder, and eventually it will, it'll tear up the weed eater. And especially cheap weed eaters. Now, uh more powerful weed eaters like Steel and Red Max and stuff like that, they hold up a little longer, but it's still putting more pressure on the on the engine, because the longer the line, the more weight it has to turn. And it doesn't seem like it, but it does. Because you notice if you take that guard off, that weed eater line can go long and long and long and long and long, and that's not good for that weed eater. Like I said, those guards are there those guards, for one thing, those guards are there to protect stuff from flying back at you and hitting you on your shins and hitting you on your face. And is good for it'll actually destroy that engine on that weed eater over a period of time. So I was told by a guy that, when I had my craftsmen, because all my craftsmen, I would take the guards off, and you're taking the guards off so you can edge with it better because you can see, but you just have to learn how to use it with the guard. If you could do it without the guard, just it take you probably, if you're good at edging without the guard, I say try for a week and you'll be a pro. You'll be a pro at it in a week if you're already good at it with the guard on. So don't take those guards off. They're not good for it. Yes, it'll burn the grass too. Yes. Yes, Sergeant Task. It's a very humbling experience. It lets you know it lets you know who you are and what you're made of. And a lot of people try to skip the process, and they wanna I mean, this is a marathon. When you're growing a business, it's a marathon. It's a slow race. It's not gonna be fast. It's gonna take time. A lot of people want to be waiting at the finish line without running the race. It voids the warranty. Okay. Exactly. There are no shortcuts. No shortcuts, man. And a lot of people, they want to skip to the end, and it don't work that way. So sit back, enjoy the process, learn from it, become better, let it make you stronger. Just keep pushing. Trust me, it's gonna get better, man. I mean, listen, man. I've went. Listen, just imagine. I've been at my group washes and done 11 cars by myself. I have 9 car days up there, 10 car days, 11 car days, and I'm talking about no. I didn't have a steamer. I didn't have a drill brush. I didn't have an air gun. I didn't have a tornado. All I had was my pressure washer, vacuum, generator, and it and I was out there getting it, and I'm talking about, man, just when you look back on those days, man, when you look back on those days when you used to bust your ass and you didn't have the right equipment and you had to do what you had to do, and it makes you creative. Trust me, it'll make you very creative. You'll get tired of busting your butt. You're gonna come up with something creative to make it easier, make it to where you don't have to work so hard. So like, man, like those tire shine, the tire shine applicator, that big silver tank, man. Like, I'm interested in that. The drill brush, the steamers, all that stuff, man. I was like, man, once I started making money, and once I started getting a lot of cars and getting a lot of clients and customers calling, I was like, man, I got to buy this stuff. I got to upgrade because I want to get in. I want to get done with these cars and move on to the next. And then once you build your customer base, exactly. Yep. Like you said, your mindset at 21 years old, the mindset wasn't. Yeah, your mindset wasn't there, and you suffer because of it. Like I said, you got to have the right mindset. If you don't, you know, it's not gonna work. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care, how good you are, how talented, whatever it is. If up here ain't right, right. If up here ain't right, you can cancel that. Cause if up here ain't right, what's gonna come out of here ain't gonna be right. And if what's come out of your mouth ain't right, nobody ain't gonna deal with you. You can hang that up. You won't be able to get a single car. You won't be able to get a single yard. But I don't care what type of detailer you are. It don't matter. Don't care what type of landscaper, lawn care provider. It doesn't matter. If this up here ain't right, Can cancel it. It's a, yeah. Strive for success. Exactly. You know, if um right. I see you, man. Man, y'all calling me old. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting up there. I ain't that old. Maybe I'm just much older than you then. But yeah, I'm getting up there though. I'll be 40 next year. I'm heading in that direction, but I don't think I'm too old yet. I don't feel old. I only feel old when I'm tired, but I don't feel old. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, and it's good to surround yourself with positive people. Kid trapped in a grown man body. Yeah, ain't we all, man? Peter Pan. But it was the other way for Peter Pan. It was the other way for Peter Pan. Peter Pan was like a grown man trapped in a child's body, but he still act like a child. I don't know. What Peter Pan was like, he was never gonna get old, wasn't it something like that? Shit, I don't know. But Donald Duck guy. Yeah, man. And yeah, before I go, I also want to say this too. Like, and another thing is like when it comes to this YouTube thing, man, and with all this, negative comments, people going on your channel and leaving negative comments and putting the thumbs down and all that type of stuff. And you got to understand the mindset of that person. Uh, it's there's nothing you can say to a person, and there's nothing there's nothing you can say to a person that has made up their mind that they don't like you and that they're gonna spend their time on social media bashing you or trolling your page or watching your videos and giving you the thumbs down and leaving negative comments and playing games and all that stuff. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do. There's nothing you're going to be able to say to get them to stop. And you have to think about the mindset that they have for someone to sit there and go through all this hassle to bother someone on social media. The that they don't know. You have to understand that takes a person that doesn't have anything going on in their life. Because trust me, a person that takes the time to sit there and type a negative comment, to type 4 lines of negativity, they already lost. They already lost, because if you got that much time and you put that much thought into doing something so hateful, it you're already lost. You're not gonna be successful. You have no chance on being successful if you have that mindset. Because if you have that type of mindset, that means that all you are is a complainer. You wake up every day. You wake up every morning mad at the world, mad at everybody, and it's everybody else's fault why you're not successful. It's because, he got my spot. He got my, yeah. Yeah, it also means, but we're not talking about the person that's being hated on. We're talking about the hater. And yeah, person being hated on is doing something right. That's why they're hating. We all say that, and I agree with that. But that's something that's said all the time. So that's something that we don't even have to say anymore. But what I'm saying is the mindset of the person. The mindset of the person that is putting that out there, they're already lost. It's everybody else's fault that why they're not successful. If you see someone being successful, or you see someone doing what you want to do and they doing it great, and if that's something you really want to do, if that don't make you happy, because when I see somebody, just like I had one of my subscribers text me today and say, I just made $400 today washing cars. I had another subscriber call me while I was out, mowing grass today, tell me that he just washed a guy's car, and the guy posted him and put his information on the neighborhood website, and he's getting calls from people in that neighborhood. Like, when I hear that, that makes me happy. That makes me excited. And if you can't look at someone else's success and their success does not make you happy, does not bring you joy, and does not inspire you to get out there and do the same thing, then you already lost, man. Because you know what a hater does? A hater looks at somebody that's successful and somebody that's doing this thing. That hater looks at that and he goes, that should have been my spot. That should be me. Oh, I can do better than him. I can do better than that. I can cut that yard better than that. Oh, he missed that spot. He didn't get that right. Oh, he missed that spot right there. They nitpicking at every little thing. And it's everybody else's fault why they're not successful. But they're spending their time hating on you. And they spend their time watching, waiting for you to make a mistake so they can point it out. They spend their time doing that. But they're not spending the time working on themselves to make themselves better. That's a twisted mindset. And to me, I think a person like that is mentally sick. Cause trust me, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to sit there. Even if I see something that I don't like, I don't have the time to sit there and bother that person about what I don't like about them. If I despise and hate a person, don't like them so much, I want to get as far away from them as I can. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like the Wendy Williams show. I hate that show. I hate when it comes on. I hate when they do that ooh ooh shit. I hate that. As soon as, cause you know, the state, I think it comes on, either comes on BET, VH1, and I watch that station. And as soon as it come on, I'll be looking for the remote to turn it off. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and hate on Wendy Williams, and I'm not gonna sit there and hate on her, and I mean, she's doing what she do. She don't even know I exist. I'm not finna hate on her. I'm just not gonna watch. And that's how it is. I'm not gonna watch, I'm not gonna comment. If I don't like you, I don't like you. It takes a sick person to sit there and bother somebody that they don't like. So that's what I'm saying. It all goes back to your mindset. And that's pretty much what I'm talking about. And I'm done, guys. Let me read some of these comments. As we grow up from kids to adults, and as we wise up, same way it works with our brain development. People choose not to open up their brain. Oh man, that's real talk, Tolies. The negative mentally will get them nowhere in life until one day they open their eyes. Exactly. Those people you run from, right? Haters think differently, so instead of seeing someone succeed and ask for help in any way, they choose to go the other way. Man, he's successful. Let me see if I can pick up. Exactly. When you don't have goals or a purpose that's driving you, time is something you have a lot of. Yeah. Hey, 18 for Media Group, I'm going to get with you real soon, man. I got your message, man. I think I responded back. I've been really busy, but I'll get back at you real soon. Most channels like BET show us black people in a negative light. Yeah, they do. They do. Right. Let me see what I can pick at exactly. And it's crazy, man. So it's like, and that's my thing, man. Is that's what I've really been focused on. Especially the last. Okay, I see you, 1804. And that's what I've been focused on the last. Yeah. By the way, Max, how you doing, man? How you been? How's everything holding up? Okay, that's good, man. That's good. Yeah, I definitely get back with you. I got your number on the phone from the text message. Yeah, I last year that CNBC. Yeah, CNBC. Last year I was watching that stuff heavily. It's a lot of good shows on there. Yeah, man, but yeah, that's what we dealing with, man. But I've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff going on. I'm seeing, like brothers and sisters. I mean, biological brothers and sisters. Not treating each other right. You know, and it is, when I see stuff like that, I just be like, wow, man. And life is really simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Life is simple, man. And you can and life already has its ups and downs and its obstacles. And all we do is make it worse. All we do is make it worse. If you put out negativity, if you Can I get an email to talk over a few things, questions I may have? Yeah, I'll shoot you out my email, Brian. Bryant Brown. Go to one of my videos. Go to my go to one of my last videos and hit me up, and I'll send you my email. Exactly. I see you love it, live it, learn from it. Right, man. I be seeing a lot of stuff, man, and I just be like, wow, the mindset and what people doing out here, making life more difficult. Making life more difficult than it really has to be, because it, we make it difficult, and trust me, I've had my share. I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my lifetime, man. I'm talking about. Listen, man. Like, if there's one thing I can tell you about, man. I may not be the smartest person in the world, man, but you know, making mistakes and messing up. Hey, I got a few chapters in that book. I'm talking about. It's a few chapters in the book of effing up. I got a few chapters in there. I didn't write the book, but I got a few chapters in that book with my face on there like this. You know what I'm saying? I done made a. If people on welfare only knew that money they could make starting their own business. Yeah, how right? Yeah, I'm talking about. I know how to mess up. I know how to make mistakes, man. And the thing was, man, I used to make so many mistakes, man. Just stupid mistakes, and it all was emotion based. Jealousy blinds people and hardens their heart, and they'll never let go. Yeah, and I was, it was, I wasn't, I was never a negative person, but I let the negativity of others control me. I did some dumb stuff that it led me to my business now. Yeah, yeah, man. But I'm talking about, man. I would let negativity of others provoke my decisions, and I used to do some stupid stuff, man. I screwed up so bad that I couldn't get a job. Yeah, and you know what, man? That's what the word can't should be in the words vocabulary. Yeah. Um, you know, a lot of us, me being a police officer, man, I've ran into a lot of guys that they are entrepreneurs because they can't get a job. Maybe they got a criminal record or just a bad job record. They've been fired from so many jobs, they can't get a job, and that makes them become entrepreneurs because they can't get a job. And if you look at a lot of entrepreneurs or a lot of self-employed people, if you talk to them, really dig deep into their background, you know, they got a story to tell. Did some time, I bet no one would think. Hey man, listen. Like I said, totally, I was a police officer for 9 years, man. I met all kinds of people, man. That does not define who you are. Being doing some time. A lot of people have done time. That don't define who you are, man. That stuff is in the past. I worked in the prison system. You know, I worked in the prison system. Met a lot of met a lot of prisoners, man. Some good guys. A lot of them guys got out of prison and never went back. Yeah, a lot of people. You'd be surprised, man. A lot of people. A lot of people. That's what happens, man. And they got to go through that. They got to go through that to become who they are now. There's no way, then make a way. That's what I'm saying. I screwed up so bad in the past, and now where I'm at exactly. Like I said, man, I didn't write the book, but I got a few chapters in there. I'm talking about, man, like, you got to learn the hard way. You got to learn the hard way, man. But yeah, like I said, man, it's a lot of guys, man. I'm talking about, you know, taking guys to jail or transporting them from one place to the other, and you have a long ride, and them guys will talk to you, man, because uh, them guys will talk to you, man, and a lot of those guys, man, uh, they're pretty smart and intelligent guys. And then the thing about it, and then the funny thing about it is, when I worked in prison, those were the most creative guys I've ever seen, man. You see a guy make a tattoo gun. Come on, man. You got people that's out free. You got people that's out free that can't make a tattoo gun. You got people in prison. Exactly. That process that you went through, that stuff that you went through, it made you who you are today, man. But like I was saying, man, you meet the most creative people in prison. The most creative, man. They make tattoo guns. You got people there that can draw, do this and do that. You know, a lot of those guys just, tried to take the easy way out, tried to, made a bad decision, thought it was going to help them out, thought it was going to, they was going to get away with it, and they didn't. And they served time for it. And, some people just continue to do the same thing and keep going back to prison. And some people, have that and say, you know what? I ain't never coming back here, you know. And, I met a lot of guys like that, and I met guys that just keep going back in. All right, Shimmer and Rise, I see you, big dog. Okay. Brian Brown, I see you left. I see you left me your email. I see you. I'm gonna hit you up. don't watch TV, you wait on this, man. That's dope, man. Well, the test I would call them that I went through this past only God knows what he got me. Hey, Tolly's, not to get in your business or anything, but if you're charged, whatever you serve time for, if it's not violent, um, I think that it's a possibility that you can get it expunged, or you probably already know that, or working on that. But you can get convicts. You can get some convictions can be expunged and deleted from your history. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter it's a felony or not. It just depends on if it's violent or not. Some felonies, okay, okay. Said working, making peanuts, being worked like an elephant. Hey man, go ahead and get it started, man. Just go start. You know, like I said, man, you can get on YouTube and other places. You can learn the skills. You can learn it in practice and get better over time. Just go ahead and get started. Me, I watch videos and stuff like that. I was afraid to polish and wax cars and using buffers and stuff. So I just started out what I was comfortable with, which was washing cars. And then I just said, you know what? I was gonna get better. I was just gonna get better and better over time. I'll just graduate to that. I appreciate that, Excalibur. I don't own it yet. I'm paying on it. I'm paying. I pay a mortgage, but I will own it pretty soon. Appreciate the support, Thomas. Man, door to door, I guess it's okay, but um, it's okay. I'm not totally against door to door, but here's the downside to door to door, and I'm not. Nobody likes people to bother them at their house. Nobody likes people to come knock on their door trying to sell them stuff. Uh, I mean, I don't like it. I don't like when people knock on my door. Even if I'm interested in what they got, I just really don't like people knocking on my door. You got so many, but people do it. People are, you got people that are people person, and they know how to talk, and they warm, and they know how to pull people in. Everybody just don't have that. Everybody just don't have that. You know, don't have that talent. Now, if you mean going door to door, knocking on doors and actually talking to people, or just leaving hangers on the door, now that's cool. Just leaving a door hanger, but knocking on the door, I'm I don't really care for, I mean, yeah, it's cool to talk to people face to face, but a lot of people don't like people coming to their house and knocking on their door and trying to sell them a service or something like that. People don't like that. And with all the stuff that's going on these days, you eventually, like, I know my neighborhood, if you're going door to door, they're going to call the police on you. They're going to call the police on you if you're going door to door knocking on people's doors. So the best thing to do, man, you got so much stuff at your disposal. Right now, right now, right now, everybody is probably watching me from a computer. Most people probably using a cell phone, but cell phone, computer, or tablet, either Android, iPhone. You got, you have an advertising giant right here in your hands. You got access to social media. You got access to YouTube. You got access to Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and you can make you a 1 minute video. You don't even have to say a word. You can just make a 1 minute video of you doing your thing, and you can have it, at the bottom, your prices, and give me a call. And like me, I used to do, and I still do it to this day. Like, I would take some of my YouTube videos, I would chop them down under a minute, put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram, and I would do it that way. And I would get that stuff out that way, man. You got social media at your disposal to where you don't even have to hang flyers and go door to door. But I still like to buy flyers and direct mail them. I still like to do that. But most people are on these cell phones. Okay, possibly, but Thomas, like, I'm telling you, the best thing to do is Facebook has this thing and Instagram has it to where you can pay a minimum of like $3 to reach a certain amount of people. I think $3, maybe you can reach like maybe 600 people, I think. And the more you pay, you can reach more people, and you can send it to an area. So if you say you live in a Scottsdale, Arizona area, you can, you can pay a few dollars on Facebook and tell them that you can, you can put that stuff on Facebook and send it to a certain area that you want to target, and I guarantee you, man, somebody's gonna give you a call. People are gonna see it. But if you want to hit the pavement and reach out to people, then you better go into public places like clinics, office buildings, barbershops, beauty salons, and most of my customers are women. They're women, man. So I target places where you're gonna have a good chance of seeing women working there, which are banks, clinics, office buildings, nail salons. The list goes on and on and on. And just walk in, introduce yourself, tell them what you do, hand them a flyer, and get the hell out of there. And they may call you, they may not, or you can go in and say, hey, who's the manager? Go talk to the manager. Say, hey, I'm trying. I'm just starting my business. Trying to get me some clients. I'll wash your car for free. Because nobody wants to be the first person. So if you say, let me wash your car for free, you do a real good job on her car, then she's going to come in and say, wow, he did an amazing job. She might give you a tip because she probably feels so bad that she got such a good service for free. She might, give you a tip. and then she's gonna tell the other people about you, and then there you go. You start getting cars like that. Plus, while you're out there washing that car in the parking lot, people are driving by, and they see that you're out there working. And just because of that, I used to work from the inside out, but now I work from the outside in because I want to hurry up and get that car shiny on the outside. So when people are driving by, they'll see a clean car and they'll see me on the inside vacuuming, and then they'll pull up. How much you charge? How much you charge? And then you give them your flyers, give them your cards, and there you go. I go to local car shows and leave my cars at office buildings, and when I and at social function, I always talk about my business. Oh, I do remember. Oh, I do. I remember those days when those, yeah. So Thomas, man, that's you know, we got. I mean, it's so much easier now, and like you know, back in the day, it was you had to use the yellow pages and newspapers and word of mouth, and people used to have to pay all this money, for TV commercials and stuff like that, man. And now we don't need all that, man. We got everything in the palm of our hands right now, man. Brian Brown. Well, I love what Tolly's is doing. I mean, Tolly's is mobile, and he has a shop. Yes, the internet is what you make of it, exactly. Love Facebook. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, but I love mobile, but I would love to have a shop. Because one of you got somebody that wants something like some paint correction, and you can actually, if you can get you a shop and get a lift, you can lift the car up so you won't have to, to get the skirts to get all down there. You don't have to bend all the way down. I mean, I would love a shop, man. I be watching Totally stuff, man. I'd be like, wow, I like what he's doing, man. Totally really got something going there, man. I really like I love to see what he's doing on I love to see what he's doing on Snapchat, man. And he's very family oriented. He's always with his family, and I just love it, man. And me and Sporties was talking the other day, and Sporty was like, man, I wish I had a shop like Tolly's. And he was like, when he was talking about the shop, he was talking about like how he would have it. What's up, Sporties? He was talking about, oh, I see you, Tolly's, no problem, man. And when he was talking about how he was talking about like how he would have it set up and what he would be doing out of there. And when he was talking as I was driving, I can envision that in my head. Like I would envision me doing that, man. Do cars in my garage? Nah. I wouldn't want to do it in my garage. I'd rather have a building. But I could though. That ain't a bad idea. I could. Nah, yeah, yeah. If it's like that, man, definitely get you a canopy. Definitely get you a canopy. Make it as easy as you can. Thomas, if you have the money to get all the stuff that you're gonna need to make the job easier for you, then go ahead and do it, man. Uh, yes, definitely get a canopy, man, because that heat, you don't want that water drying up on you. Some products, man, don't work well in the sun. So you definitely want to get a canopy to kind of cut that sun, that sunlight, man. All right, Thomas. What's going on, Ace Mobile Detailing, man? I was checking you out, man. I see you throwing up videos like crazy, man. I checked you out this morning. It was either this morning or yesterday morning, but like I just tell you how busy I be, man. Sometimes I don't even know what day it is. I didn't even know what. Sometimes I don't even know what day it is, man, or if I did something today or yesterday. That's how crazy it is for me. It's time for me to get some help, but man, I've been checking you out, Ace Mobile Detailing, man. I see you, man. Yeah, you showing us love too, man. I see you, big dog. Good deal, man. I love to see that. Like I love to see others being successful, and I love to see other people making money. It makes me happy. And I was just like I was saying earlier, man. Like I don't see how somebody doesn't get excited. I don't see how other people don't get excited when they see someone doing good. Cause you know what that means to me when I see someone doing great or doing good or making things happen for them. It instantly makes me think, well, hell, I can do it. Like I look at them, if they can do it, I can do it, and there's no hate. There's no hate, man. I don't think I've ever been jealous. I don't think I've ever been jealous or hated on anyone, man, in my life. Anytime I saw somebody with something that I wanted, you know, and if I really wanted it bad, I asked them how did they get it, what did they do. I'll ask them 1,000 questions, and if they didn't want to help me, okay, I'll find somebody else. I'll find a way. Trust me, if I want it bad enough, I'm gonna get it. You can't stop me. My mama tell you that. How old was I? Shit, I don't remember how old I was, but let me see, how old was I? I can do the math. Some years back. What's up, Sporty? I see you, big dog. Right, okay. I was been married 22 years, right? Oh man, wife and 6 kids. Man, I was I was 25. I was 25 years old when I bought my first house. And I remember telling my mom, like, I'm gonna go get me a what's going on, cut right. I was telling my mom that I was gonna get that I wanted to get a house. That I was gonna move out and get a house, and I was 25 years old. I was still living with my parents. I had been in the police department for about 2 years at the time, And so I was getting older. I was ready. I was ready. I had been ready to get out the house. So I told my mom that, and then my mom just looked at me and she was like, "Oh, okay." And she didn't realize that I was dead serious, man. I told her that in March. By April, I had my own house. I had my own house. So, you know, and I was like I was the first out of my peers, man, to well not my peers, but the first out of my little group of friends to get their own house. I was only 25. So I was really excited about that. And but I was never a hater. Like if I saw someone buy a house, if I see somebody buy a nice car, if I see and I really want it, oh trust me, I'll work for it. I'll get it. But yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter what it is, man. It's just that the mindset that you gotta have. Like I said, the mindset you gotta have to be a hater, man. I just think it takes. I just actually think it takes a sick person. Yeah, I never. I never got a chance to use my VA loan, man. I thought it was so difficult to use it, but when I bought my first home, the internet wasn't like the stuff wasn't so the VA certificate was hard to get if you was a reservist. It was hard to get your hands on the paperwork. Now, if you was in the National Guard, using your state, you can get it just like that. But it was hard for me to get my VA certificate. But once they started putting everything on the VA started putting everything on the internet, I could pull up my VA certificate loan right now. I can print it off right now, but back then it was hard to get your hands on it. So I didn't use it on none of the houses. Like that house I didn't use it. In this house here I didn't use it. But I wish I had. How do you start a channel? Well, if you're watching me now, Brian Brown, you're on YouTube, so like all you have to do is just start uploading videos. If you see you have a little up arrow button, probably at the top of your screen on your phone that says upload. You just don't lose that DD214 back then. Oh man, if you lost it, oh my god. Yeah, yeah. I was in the Army Reserves. I did 8 years in the Army. I did 9 years total. My last 2 years was active. I got activated. It was called Enduring Iraqi Freedom. The whole 9/11 little thing. I got activated in 2004, uh, but I was stateside, New Jersey, 2 years. So I did 2 years active. Wow. Yeah, man. But I never got to use that VA loan. That VA, Jersey. You know it, sports. I was down there doing it up, man. I did 3 years regular army as a combat medic. Went to college, did the 3 year ROTC thing, did 6 more years in the National Guard as an officer in MASH unit. That's what I should have did. I got out. I got out as a. I got out as a sergeant. I got out as a sergeant ace. I wish I would have went that route because actually, I was in college when I joined the military. I left for like a semester and went to basic and AIT. Came back. I wish I would have done that. And Ashton was born when I was in Jersey. When I was doing my 2 years in Jersey, he was born, and my wife was handling everything by herself when I was gone. So, uh, it was really stressing her out. So I was just like, when I came back, I just said, you know what, I didn't want to re-enlist because I didn't want to get called up again and be away from my newborn. So, Ashton was just a little old bitty thing back then. So, but I wish I would have stayed in. I really do. I wish I would have stayed in because right now, this year I could have retired. At 39, I could have retired because I got in at 19. I got in 18, 19 years old, so I would have been retiring now if I would have stayed in. But, hey, it is what it is, man. Yeah, Brian Brown, you're already on YouTube, so you already have a channel. You just have to now upload videos. You have to upload videos, and what you need to do is, what you need to do is, you need to find, what I did is I watched other people YouTube videos, and then I tried to find my own lane of what I wanted to do. And you want to put up good, consistent content. What's going on, Malik's Auto Detailing? You want to put in good, consistent content. And, if you're going to be talking about, whatever your channel is going to be about, whether it's lawn care, whether it's, whether it's mobile detailing, whatever it is, you want to, see, like one thing I didn't want to do is I didn't want to do, I didn't want to do videos. I didn't want to do how-to videos. I didn't want to do like how to wax a car or how to mow a yard. Now I've done a few videos, like a few tips, like tricks of the trade, like little things that can help you out. I've done videos on how I do it, but I never did a video on how to do this. And that's just me personally. I just tried to stay away from that because there's a lot of people on YouTube that uh, they're professionals. They're rocket doctors. They know everything. And if you put up videos like that, it tends to draw a lot of negativity to your channel because people are real quick to jump on there and say, "Oh, you're doing it wrong. You got to do it this way. You got to do it that way." But I mean, if you want to make videos like that, that's fine. But it's very simple on uploading videos. The hard part is actually editing videos. Now, YouTube used to have an editing program, but from what I heard, they took it down. But I've never used it. I always use Windows Movie Maker to edit my videos. So you gotta kind of like what I did is I went to other lawn care channels because first I was gonna do just mostly lawn care videos, but I uploaded a car wash video and it got a lot of views. So I was like, wow, I gotta do both. And so what I started doing is just really making vlogs, just kind of show what I do day to day. And then then people started to say that I'm inspiring them and they're starting their business because of me and this and this and that. And then the focus got bigger, so my focus changed is what I'm saying. Told that you make YouTube videos, what you talking about? You make real good videos. But yeah, man, but you pretty much already have a all right. All right, this Scalper, I see you. Lawn and landscaping, yeah. And you might want to, change your name on your channel to Brian's Lawn and Landscaping, and just put up content. Just kind of watch other people videos, watch other lawn care videos, and just try to like, especially the people that got a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, and kind of watch what they're doing because that'll let you know what people like to see. And people actually like to see work. They like to see, and they actually like to see like your day to day. What you like to drink. Is what you like to eat. Uh, stuff that you don't think is people want to see. That's what they want to see, but they want to see you work because like I go live, but I go live for you guys. Yeah, show and prove, right? What's going on, Landale Lewis? But Landale Lewis, where you from? But anyway, but yeah, man, they want to see work. They want to see they want to see hit that like button and subscribe. They want to see they want to see work. They want to see you. If you're a lawn care, if your channel has, yeah, if your channel has lawn care and landscaping in it, they're go expect to see you do some lawn care, some lawn care and cleaning and lawn care and stuff like that in your videos. They don't want to see, they don't want to see you sitting around talking all day long and they never see you do any work. They never see you cut a yard or if you got detailing in your name or car washer in your name and you say you wash and detail cars. They want to see you. They want to actually see you put water and soap on a car. And you know that's no motor mouths. Yeah, they don't want to see people that just sitting there talking. I mean, you can talk, but you got to give them some eye candy while you're talking. You got to bring them in. You got to bring them in so they can listen to your message. You got to bring them in like you got G Works and you got Sporties. G Works and Sporties and Randy Cottigan have their own product lines, and they make videos, and those videos bring you in. Far as Mississippi, okay, yeah, I remember talking to you, but those videos bring you in, and then you watch the videos, you see the work, you see the nice work, you see the cars all shiny, you see destroyed interiors being restored, and you're like, wow, and you're like, what products are you using? Okay, I'm using my own products. You see, I do my videos. I'm bringing you in by my videos. I'm bringing you in. We all got something we trying to give to you. Either we trying to sell something to you, or or I'm trying to give you some inspiration. So, I mean, it's a lot of people on YouTube doing inspirational talks and stuff, and they got a lot of subscribers. But I'm putting out video. I'm doing a car wash video or a lawn care video, and you're watching. And you're like, wow, man, he's really doing a nice job on him. Oh, he has a nice lawnmower. Oh, he has that backpack blower I want. Man, that's cool. And then during the video, I'm doing a commentary and I'm dropping some knowledge or I'm dropping some jewels, and you're taking that in as you're watching it. That was my approach to it, And then after watching Sporty's videos, then I was like, wow, his videos are really amazing. So it made me step my game up on my videos and started to do my cuts a little different and stuff like that. And the funny thing is, he tells me that he learned from me to doing his videos, but it's crazy because I'm watching him and I'm learning from his videos now. That's weird, but that's how it is, though. But yeah, what's this guy? Bryant Brown, man. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that, man, because you don't know what'll come out of YouTube, man. Like I say it all the time. I know I just keep repeating myself, but I started YouTube to just make $1, man, because you can make money off the ads. And that's all I wanted to do was make a couple of dollars on YouTube. I was happy if I made $100 a month. I was happy. So that's what I wanted to do. And it turned into something else. It turned into people, calling me, texting me, emailing me, commenting, talking about I'm inspiring them. And I said, wow, this is bigger than me making a couple of dollars. Let me start inspiring people. Then I went live. And then, people real responsive to it. And we're able to network, and I'm meeting people that I never would have met. And I'm learning things that I never would have met. Like, we watch and we find out that, this is a good way to network, man. This is a good marketing strategy that we got here, that we got going on right now. So, I'm loving it. I like the fact that we're able to network with each other and throw ideas at each other and use each other's ideas. You got G Works with the with actually assembling his own pressure washer. You got Tolly's with the shop and mobile and the electric vacuum hose reel and the electric water hose reel. You got Sporty's who made the drill brush an instant hit. Like the drill brush has been around for a while, but ever since he put his videos out, everybody is getting that drill brush and realizing, man, it's made my job so much easier. And we wouldn't have known this if it wasn't for YouTube. And a lot of us, have just, coming, just like the steamer. A lot of people buying steamer just from watching us right now on this chat. Because we talk about steamers, they go back and watch our videos and see that we using steamers, and they're buying steamers. So man, this stuff is awesome, man. Yeah, the new wave. I see you back again. What's up, Andrew? What's up, KG Clipper? Yeah, Spur, your videos are like some damn Hollywood Scorsese. Yep, it is. Man, I just be copying the greats I see. Help each other grow and become better business owners. Exactly. We learn what works from each other, just like you told that guy to get the bigger blower. Exactly. Exactly, man. And this is what I like about this YouTube thing. Uh, the other day, somebody brought up hating, and somebody was hating and all that type of stuff. And I was like, I'm glad I didn't see it, but I was like, let them hate. If that's what they want to do, if they want to spend their time hating while we're elevating, go ahead. I hope that works out for you. So I said, I hope it works out for you, but I doubt it. And if you can go back to videos, I've made videos. I made videos. How long ago? I made a video maybe 7 months ago or more. When I say I'm laughing at haters, because I already know how everything is gonna turn out. I've been talking about ignoring haters for a long time. You right, and you know, and it's just something I have to keep reiterating, because uh, what happens is people, they let that stuff get to them and they let it bother them, and I just want people to understand that that it's something that's gonna keep happening to you. This is gonna keep happening to you, man. You're gonna keep having haters. Every time you turn around when you're doing something positive, somebody out of nowhere is gonna come out and just punch you in the face with some negativity every time. And you're not gonna understand where it's coming from or why it's happening. But just know to stay calm, and and if you feed into it, they're gonna keep doing it. If you ignore them and keep doing your thing, some of them won't let you. Some of them won't. Yeah, some of them won't. Yeah, some of them still. And I got one when I started laughing. I started laughing in the video. So I just got. I don't have that many. I got a red one this color, a blue one, like a light blue one, and I got two black ones. I'm gonna actually get some more. Yeah, stay calm, chase that chicken. Exactly. Chase that paper. The truth. You was a patrol officer in Mississippi. What was my call sign? What uh, what part of Mississippi were you a patrol officer? The truth. KG Clipper. It depends. It depends on how dirty the car is. If it's a filthy car, it's gonna take you a long time. Listen, I've been doing this for about what 6 years now. I had a filthy car yesterday. It took me over 3 hours. It was a Mazda. It was a Mazda. I think it was a Mazda 3, a little small hatchback, and it took me over 3 hours because the interior was so bad. Like, and I didn't have my drill brush or my air gun or none of that stuff. And but you're gonna run into those problems, man. But what's gonna happen is uh, you're gonna you can watch our videos and learn from us the things that we do because you're gonna run across that problem again. You're gonna run across a problem when you have a dirty vehicle. You just gotta find out a system to get through it a little faster. But over time, that will come. Just keep doing your thing. There you go, sporties. There you go. I wonder why I took so. Ah, no. Ah! Yup. Yup. Been tore my ass up, man. I forgot my drill brush and my air gun. And when I opened the doors of that car, I knew it was gonna be a long day. Listen, that's why. Yeah, if y'all was on here yesterday, that's why I was looking so tired yesterday. I mean, I always look tired because I'm always working. But yesterday I was beat, man. I think I went to bed at 8 o'clock, man. Went to a gunfight with a knife and survived. I barely survived, man. Hey, I'm talking about, man. Listen, I was part of the Arledge Branch Police Department Squad 2367 under Sergeant Webster. Okay. Well, I've heard of Olive Branch. Oh yeah, definitely. I charge more for extra dirty cars. Hit him in the head for waiting so long. Man, look, I'm talking about, man. I had, I listen. I had a brush. I had a hand brush. I had, I had a hair brush. Not a hair brush, but a hand brush. Hand brush. Uh, my vacuum and a white microfiber towel, man. And I was using my steamer to soften up the carpet, the fibers, man. I was doing everything. Yes, I was in the army in 2001. 11 Bravo. 11 Bang Bang. Got that 11 Bang Bang. 11 Bang Bang. Dang, it Joker changed his name quick. No, I knew I left it like when I was getting off the exit. I was like, wow, I left my drill brush and my thing, and I was like, I hope this car's not too bad. And she said, yeah, she's. When I went and got the keys from her, she looks at me and say, ooh, I'm so excited because my car is so bad. I was like, oh, please. Man, I opened that door and saw all that sand and grit and grass and pine straw and all that stuff in that car. I was like, oh, man. And so I just, I started on it, showing up with the elbow and some, help me, help me, help me, please. Help me, help me. Please help me, please. Could you give me some help? Oh, man. Oh, man. I was like, I'm talking about, man. Listen, I was so tired yesterday, man. That little old Mazda 3 whooped me down like a Honda Odyssey or a GMC, what's that, Arcadia. You know them GLC Arcadias, they got them little rails. You stick your it don't care how far you stick your vacuum in there, it don't get it out. I'm talking about that Honda Odyssey with all them damn seats flipping and folding and all that, man. You can't wipe the sliding door panel. You got to crawl in and oh my God, man. Oh, those rails, I hate. Man, I'm talking about. I see if I see a GMC Arcadia, man, I'm charging them $3,000, man. Hey, listen, Ace Mobile Detailing, them Honda Odysseys will make a man out of you, man. You get a nasty Honda Odyssey when the inside is destroyed, when they got kids that sit in every seat. Whoo. Listen, man. If mobile detailing, if mobile detailing ain't for you, and you get that Honda Odyssey, you might just quit. You might just quit. That Honda Odyssey or that GMC Arcadia, oh, you gonna quit. I'm telling you, man. It will make or break you. I'm telling you, man. That Honda Odyssey I had you saying, please. That Honda Odyssey be having you call your boys. Hey, where you at? Can you help me? Please, can you help? Can you help me? Please, can somebody? I'm tired. I mean, man, you're gonna be looking for a way out. Oh, the Honda Odyssey setup. I'm going straight to your channel as soon as I get off of here, Ace Mobile Detailing. I got to see this. That Honda Odyssey will have you late for your next appointment. Ooh, Toyota Sienna. Yes. Man, that Toyota Sienna would definitely make a man out of you, man. Dodge Caravan. I did a Dodge Caravan like late last month. Yep, in that Dodge, exactly. That Dodge Caravan. I did the Dodge Caravan when I first bought my new air compressor. I mean, not my air compressor, my generator. Yes, they are worse than the Sienna. Wow. Man, I'm talking about when I see them. Oh my God, man! I'm talking about. I'm trying to try. You know what? I try to give them a price that's so scary that them say, "Oh, okay, that's okay." No, I don't remove seats because I'm mobile. But if I had a shop, I would. Oh, if I had a shop, man, I say, hey, man, we had to bring your car to the shop so we could do a thorough cleaning. Oh, I wish I had a shop, man. I sure will take those seats out. It'll make your life so much easier. You can just lay down in there. If you could take your seats out that Honda Odyssey, you can just lay down in there and do your job. It'd just be so much easier. Life would be so much better. The birds would be flying and chirping, and you know the clouds will open up. The heavens will sing to you. If you could take all them seats out that car, man. Her wife vacuumed 3 spots for 3 hours, man. Hey, I believe it. No discounts on vans over here, none. What would I charge for interior detail on the van? Man, I say 225. I gotta get 225 for those type of vans on the interior or more. Wow. The middle seats come out. That's definitely enough. And then honestly, now that Dodge, them seats not coming out. They tucked down into the trash bag floor. Okay, I'll check you out, Sergeant Taz. Hey man, I'm telling you, man, you it's funny now. It's funny now, Brown's Lawn Service, man. It's funny now. You get a hold to one of them Honda Odysseys, Toyota Sienna, GMC, Arcadia, Dodge Caravan. Oh, you might tell that person, I can't do this. Anthony, did you see my video on that interior detail? I had a Dodge Caravan that my wife vacuumed. Yet. No, I didn't see that video. I'm gonna go back and watch it. How old is it? Is it recent? Just predict the worst. But hey, but every Odyssey I've done has been horrible except one. And I did an Odyssey last Thursday, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad at all. But even when they're clean, it's hard to get to certain places of it. Like to clean those sliding doors, you have to close one door, open one door, crawl in, and wipe it while it's closed. Cause they got. I hate that slide door. It's hard to, like, it's hard to spray the jams. Cause when you spray the jams, you're gonna possibly spray the damn door panel, man. So even if they're clean, they're still a pain. Telling you ran out of water. They'll be like, "You get your water tank is full of water." Oh, that water don't work. Yeah, that lazy Susan in the Odyssey too. Have gone to college, exactly. Man, I'm telling you, I rarely get Honda Odysseys, but like when I first started, I did two of them. I want to say, I want to say one of my the first five details I did. The first five I did like a full detail. I did the engine. I hand waxed the car. and I did a shampoo, and it was a Toyota Sienna. It was a Toyota Sienna, and then I did another full detail. This is like year one. I did another full detail, and it was a Honda Odyssey. Tore my ass up too. Man, they need to go ahead and stop getting them Odysseys. They just gonna get a Tahoe or Suburban, man. Forget them Odysseys, man. I mean, everything about that car, man, is hard. Long sliding door. Yeah. Long sliding doors, seats, and flip it over and tuck them down and flip them down, man. Oh, the gas will destroy you on the Suburban. Man, we'll just get destroyed in gas, man. My wife said, shoot. I was like, baby, let's get a minivan, man. My wife wouldn't drive no minivan. She told me she'll never drive a minivan. She'll say she'll get that Tahoe. I told her, hey, that Odyssey, that's a gas saver. Van save gas. She was like, I don't care how much gas it saves. I'm not driving no damn van. Like Kevin Hart said, anytime you see a man in the minivan, he is mad. Leave him alone. He get mad every time he got to slam that long ass door. Yeah, my basic for a van, it starts at 65. I done gone up to 75. But it start like a basic detail, which a basic detail for me is really just a damn car wash. It's really not a detail, but people use that word detail so much, I just call it detail. But it's a basic detail. They not getting no wax. They not getting all they getting. Only thing that's gonna shine is the tires. They're not getting the carpet shampoo. They're not getting the engine done. They're just getting a thorough clean of the interior, a wash, and tire dressing. I bet. She said, baby, we gonna have to go and get that. What you say it was again? The Odyssey, the Honda Odyssey? Okay, we gonna have to go get the Honda Odyssey. Shoot. My wife would be like, you need to go cut some more yards because we finna get this Suburban. That's what she would have got. Suburban or a Tahoe. She is not finna drive no minivan. Hey. Oh, talking about the Honda the Honda Odyssey ain't cheap. Hey, I wouldn't know. Okay, I'll check it out, Tolies. Oh, the Odyssey not cheap, man. It need to be. That car ugly. Full detail is 170. It's 170 hours of my time. Just the image how much I charge. That thing runs some bread, man. Uh, They said, yeah, we got the torn version sunroof and everything. Oh man. He said he got the sunroof in the Odyssey, the torn edition. Ah. Man, as soon as we get out here, man, I'm going to Ace Mobile Detailing, man. I'm finna check out this Honda Odyssey, man. 50K for an Odyssey? Shit. I wouldn't buy that doggone thing. My male customers who drive the Odyssey love that thing. Man, please. I'll be mad if I'll be cussing Ashton out, all the kids out if I had to drive a Honda Odyssey. Y'all got me slamming this long ass door. And I detail out of it. You know it's time for a new vehicle when she let me detail out of it. uh, hell no, man. I don't care how much it costs and how nice it is, man. I am not driving no Honda Odyssey, man. Tripping out the bando. Oh man. Man, I gotta go, man. Y'all guys, y'all gonna have me on here laughing at the Vando and get in one and your whole perspective would change. Hey, I done been in one. Actually, I watched the 2017 Honda Odyssey last Thursday. I don't want them doggone things, man. I don't want them cars, man. I drove it. I drove it to the parking spot. I don't want that doggone thing. I'm good. I don't care how good it drive. I don't want it. Hey, babe, you sleep? Oh, okay. I was my wife's sleep. I was finna ask her about the Honda Odyssey. She would not drive that thing, man. I was about to ask her. I was about to ask, but she sleep. I ain't gonna bother. But she would not drive that thing, man. I don't care what you tell her. I said, baby, let's get us a van. She was like, I don't want no damn van. All right, Browns lawn and landscaping. I see you. I already ate, man. I'm just getting me something to drink. Okay, Ace, we be checking you out. Oh that food was looking so good, man. Man, I'm talking about totally like he had the whole family out there, man. They was plates of food everywhere. I was like, man, I wish I was there. Man, when it come to eating out, eating good food, man, I don't care how much money I spend. Oh man. But man, I'ma holler at y'all, man. It's 10:30, man. I'ma try to get up early in the morning. It was cheap, man. That stuff looked good, man. It looked like a nice place. The table set up and everything was nice. Four wing fried up. Wow. Hey, how far are you from San Diego, Tolies? Fried rice with that cheese steak roll it. Damn. Wow. Okay, San Diego at the bottom. I only been to Cali one time. I went to San Diego. I was in San Diego area. I actually took my that's when we took Ashton to Disneyland. Ashton was like maybe 2 or 3. Oh, you're a middle school basketball coach. Okay. The restaurant cost almost 500. How many people did you feed? Like 492. How many people did you feed? 5 families for 592. That ain't bad. Cause it was food everywhere, man. I was like, man, I wish I had a private jet. Yeah, man, I'm still live. I'm about to go, man. I'm about to go, man. Lay it down and get ready for tomorrow. But I'ma holler at you guys, man. I appreciate the love and the support, man. Y'all stopping by, spending a few hours with me, man. Uh, but I'll see you guys in the future, man. Shouts out to the new wave.